Well, hello, and welcome back to another podcast episode with Brittany Bundles. You are listening to the Brittany Bundles podcast, where we empower people through entrepreneurship. And today, what I'd like to talk about is ChatGPT. Okay, I want to talk about ChatGPT because this is a new service, new feature, new app, new site, whatever you want to call it, new tool that I have been using, and I actually really enjoy it. Now, not just the functionality of me using ChatGPT is what, I don't want to just focus on that, but I also want to focus on and highlight the fact that ChatGPT has been referring clients to me. Yes, clients have literally been reaching out, or potential clients have been reaching out stating that ChatGPT referred them over to me. And I told my friend this, and I had her, I don't even know if I asked her to look up uh, to see what pops up when you type in hair companies near me through ChatGPT, but she did something along those lines, and I'm going to be sharing what happened when she did that too. So if you are interested in this podcast episode, be sure to share it. Sharing helps to grow the podcast. It helps to empower entrepreneurship. It helps to motivate entrepreneurs out there and provide different tips and resources. Also, it does showcase and promote entrepreneurs and products and services that have been featured on this channel before. So be sure to go ahead and share. You can share the podcast by social media, sharing the podcast on your Facebook. You can share the podcast by sending a text. Turn on the podcast when you're riding with a family member or a friend. We just want to get the word out and need your help to do that. So I really appreciate it. If you all just take a moment to share, I'll give you a moment to do that, and I'll be right back in just a moment. All right, so we are back. Now, I first want to start off by saying that I thought ChatGPT was Google. Okay, I thought that they were somehow intertwined, and I'm sure that they cross-reference information, possibly. I would think that. But ChatGPT, I believe, is run by a completely different service. And so I find it really interesting and really useful when it comes to creating content and verbiage for like my social media posts. I will explain or describe what the picture is and what message I'm trying to convey in that picture. And then ChatGPT will literally lay out good verbiage for me to put, including hashtags for me to put under the picture that I post. It also has helped me with creating newsletters. Now, creating newsletters has never been very difficult for me, but one of the longest parts in creating newsletters is finding the right verbiage and the right formatting. How do I want to position this and that? And so I haven't played around with ChatGPT too much on formatting, but I have used ChatGPT to create different verbiage, different text for the subject line, for the information that I put inside of the newsletter, and it has been working tremendously. I mean, time saver to the max. It's been helping, and not just with hair. I also have other people that I communicate with pretty frequently that have businesses, and they're in a completely different field, and they have said the same thing. Hey, ChatGPT is helping me write policies, and ChatGPT is helping me create different contracts. I'm like, whoa. So I've been hearing about ChatGPT for a minute, but it took me some time to really use it. And the reason that I started using ChatGPT very, I'll say frequently, more than I did in the past, is because I recently got contacted by someone that was visiting. I thought she was just visiting my website. She just stumbled across my website because I got a Shopify chat from her. And she was looking for drop shipping companies that offered Brazilian hair. And I did touch on this in a few vlogs on my Brittany, a few vlogs back on my Brittany Bundles channel. So if you're not following those vlogs, be sure to do that, because I do share a lot of information pertaining to my business journey through those vlogs too. But she reached out and she said, hey, something along the lines of, I was looking for drop shipping companies that offered Brazilian textures or textured bundles. And I was referred to you by ChatGPT for drop shipping. And I'm like, wow, now that is amazing. Someone else reached out after that and said that they were referred to me for virgin hair extensions, for delivery on hand or in-person pickup or something like that. Pretty much they wanted to be able to come and get the hair in person. I no longer have the salon here, so I would need to meet them someplace or, I mean, that would be really it as far as them getting the hair from me directly. But I was just amazed at that. I'm like, wow. And so I was telling my friend that, people are reaching out from ChatGPT. Like, I'm really interested now to learn how this works. And so she did a research her own on her own phone. We weren't in the same location or anything like that. And she sent me a screenshot, and she was looking for virgin hair companies near her, and I popped up. So what I'm going to do in this podcast is I want to share some information that I pulled up on Google, and I'm also going to add my thoughts and 2 cents in, like I normally do. But it's going to be based on how to get ChatGPT to recognize and refer your business. So the first point that it highlights on Google to improve your chances of this happening is create high quality content. Publish detailed, informative, and niche-specific content on your website, including blog posts, guides, and comprehensive About Us pages. Now, what I can say is the more that you put out about your business, the more you put out about your business. And so it makes it likely for ChatGPT to pick up that information. I've had my business, Bad Chick Hair, since 2013. And so since 2013, I've been advertising. I have done paid ads. I have advertised on YouTube, because every time that I post a YouTube video, I'm not just posting for the monetization, right? Like, I'm also posting for the advertisement. YouTube is a huge platform. And so when people say, hey, you don't use paid ads, how do you market? Every time I create a video, I'm marketing, because I put my hair business information and links in the description of my videos. I put them down there in the links. And so over 1,000 videos literally that I've published on YouTube. Like, if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see I've published over 1,000 videos. I've been consistent in that matter. It has consistently boosted my name, Brittany Bundles, as well as my hair company. Now, not boosted in a way where I'm trying to necessarily blow up and be the largest content influencer there is. Not sure that I even would want that. But I'm saying boost in a way where my business is continuously growing on social media. People are able to see my business in different forums and in different places. YouTube is advertising, because like I said, when I create my YouTube videos, my information is in my description. Facebook, I'm posting those videos on Facebook. I created my about pages. So Google is even cross-referencing some of that information from the about pages to get more information about me and when Bad Chick Hair was created and what Bad Chick Hair does. And so it's important to consistently create content. And like I've been saying for years, don't get so stuck on the amount of likes that you're getting, because that really, it matters, but it doesn't. Because at the end of the day, regardless of how many likes or views I get on my video, I'm still promoting my business to the point where it is becoming familiar. Algorithms are becoming familiar with my business, and people are able to see my business on various platforms. And the more information that's out there, the more information that ChatGPT can pull from and reference to others that are looking for products or services that you offer. All right, so the next point that it goes over is SEO optimization. So use relevant keywords, meta descriptions, and schema markup to help search engines and AI like ChatGPT better understand your website and content. So the more information you put, like I was mentioning, on your about pages, making sure that your meta descriptions are in place, making sure that you have keywords on your website. So if you're selling hair extensions, then you want to make sure that you're mentioning high quality virgin hair extensions. You want to make sure that you're mentioning Brazilian virgin hair extensions, Mongolian virgin, keywords that people are going to be looking for. If you're doing drop shipping, you want to be sure to include words like side hustle, or what's another popular word, second stream of income, or work from home, be your own boss. Now, initially, I really don't even like using words and terms like be your own boss. But I have used some of those terms when it comes to marketing. And so when you're looking at getting your presence out there, you want to think like you, but then you also want to think like, well, what would someone Google if they were looking for me? And make sure those keywords are in your social media. They're on your pages on your website. Someone asked a few weeks ago, they said, hey, do I even need an about page? Whether you need it, quote unquote, or not is your discretion. But would I recommend you have it? Yes, because that's more information that you are able to tell others about your business, not just those that are visiting your website, but it's more information that you're putting out for Google and other AI systems to be able to grab from. The next point it goes over is social media presence. So maintain active social media accounts with engaging content to showcase your brand and expertise. Maintain your active accounts. Like I said before, it doesn't matter. Don't get discouraged about having likes or not having likes. Get discouraged when you don't get discouraged at all. Never mind. I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole. That'll be for another video. But don't get discouraged because of that. Like I said, I got an order at 4 a.m. And this is a from one of my repeat clients. And this is a client that I've known since my salon days. And I will go over some information pertaining to that in my newest vlog. So if you're not watching or subscribe to my Brittany Bundles YouTube channel, just subscribe, because all my podcasts are going to be on there for now. And so are my vlogs, excuse me. But I share some information about how I'm able to generate repeat business. And I don't do any paid ads or anything like that, but you don't necessarily have to if you are marketing organically and if you have a consistent, clear plan on how to do so. And so a lot of people get discouraged about, well, hey, it's not, my social media isn't growing. People aren't liking. People are still seeing what you're putting out. I'm telling you today, I don't think I had any likes on my social media platform. Like when I posted something on Facebook, I don't think I got any likes on Facebook or Instagram for that matter. But someone reached out to me about real estate. I've been vlogging and posting different content in regards to real estate lately, because I recently got my real estate license. So I'm licensed in Michigan. If you're interested, be sure to contact me. No, but yeah, so I put my information out there, and people reached back out. They said, hey, do you work with VA loans? I got someone else that asked today, hey, my credit score is a 570, I think 576. Do you think that I can get approved for that? Just different information, but it's because I put that information out there. Now, I didn't get a lot of likes when I put out the information that I'm a new real estate agent. People I didn't get even 20 likes probably on any post. But the key factor is people saw it. And so people already have in their mind who they're going to go to, or who they can potentially ask or seek help from if they need it, if they are interested in purchasing certain homes, or if they're interested in selling their homes. So I think sometimes we underestimate the presence of social media. Don't get wrapped up in the outer appearance, because there are people, like I said before, that I work with that do great with social media, but they have not had the same success in sales. So sometimes all of that can just be show. It could just be maybe that person has a lot of friends on social media, and having a lot of friends does not equate to having a lot of sales. I will say that again. Having a lot of family does not equate to having a lot of sales. People find that shocking, but that is the truth. You can have a lot of friends and a lot of family and a lot of social media exposure and still not have a lot of sales. And then you can have a couple likes and still get consistent sales based on people that don't know you on a personal level, but know you on a business level and will continue to choose to work with you over anyone else. The next point that I want to go over is positive reviews. So encourage customers to leave positive reviews on platforms like Google My Business and industry-specific review sites. So publish your reviews, get Facebook reviews, get reviews on your products when you can. There are some apps in Shopify, and I haven't really done my research recently to see which apps are most beneficial for getting reviews back, because I can tell you getting reviews is not always easy. I used to be very, very adamant on getting reviews a few years ago, and I got more reviews a few years ago than any other years. But I can tell you now, it was like pulling teeth. Okay, people don't necessarily want with some people. I'm not going to say with everyone, but everyone doesn't like leaving reviews. One person that I work with very frequently, she doesn't like leaving reviews because she doesn't want people to know that she buys extensions. That's her personal business. She doesn't want people to know. Someone else didn't want anyone to know. They said that they were a teacher and they didn't want their students knowing where they were purchasing hair. Some people just don't want to leave reviews. Some people just don't want to other people to know where they're getting their products. I saw a review on Facebook, and someone was like, I'm not going to share who my chef is. And the chef said something. The chef made this post, but they were talking about other people saying that they weren't going to share them, and they were just saying how selfish that was, and how you should want to promote someone else's work. And there were a mixed amount of comments in the comment section. Some people were saying, well, hey, it's not her job to promote you. Some people were saying, well, hey, you're so good she don't want to share. Some people were saying, yeah, she is selfish. But I'm just putting that out there to say, some people just have different reasons for not wanting to leave reviews and promote you and share with other people. Some people just forget. Some people just don't want to do it. I'm guilty of purchasing food from people and someone saying leave a review and me forgetting. Honestly, I'll go eat the food and I'll forget. So I don't think it's anything necessarily personal, but getting reviews can be a task. It definitely can be a challenge. But you do still want to ask for the review, because that will help. I know that even the reviews that I have, even though they're a few years, a lot of them are a few years ago, it still helps when it comes to selling, and it still helps to be able to see some reviews on social media versus none. Also, it highlights industry recognition. Seek opportunities to be mentioned in relevant publications, news articles, or industry reports. So that's why I say too, like, if you have done a podcast with me, promote the podcast on your website, share the podcast on social media more than once. When I went to different podcasts, like when I was invited to other people's podcasts, I shared those episodes multiple times. I'm not just going to be one and done. Post it multiple times. Let other people see what you're doing. Even if people saw it, maybe someone else didn't see it. So keep posting it and keep make sure that that's out there, so that people can see that you're recognized in your industry, see that you are a staple, that other people can collaborate with you. Which brings me to the next point. It says collaborations, partner with influencers or other businesses in your field to increase visibility. So other people that have larger platforms, and other companies that have larger platforms, promote yourself, get yourself out there. The thing with me is, I may not be promoting Bad Chick Hair, but I'm promoting Brittany. I'm promoting my name, Brittany. Okay, across all businesses, Brittany is there. If it's not in the name, it's in my bio. If it's not in my bio, it's somewhere in the about page. Like, I'm promoting myself. And so when you Google even Brittany Bundles, you're going to see a lot of the services that I offer come up. And then when I do another business, I may put a spin on it. But at the end of the day, I'm still promoting myself. So be sure to promote yourself. Like, don't be afraid to talk about all the different things that you have going on. It was interesting, and I think I'm going to do a separate podcast on this, but I was telling my cousin, I said, man, like, I'm doing so much. And you know what they say about a jack of all trades is a master at none. And my cousin stopped me and she said, that's not the full quote, Brittany. And I said, what do you mean? She's like, actually, that quote speaks in favor to doing more than one thing. It talks about the benefits of, I'm trying to pull it up now, master of one is a master of one. Okay. All right, let me pull it up here. So the full quote is, a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. That means that while specializing in one area can bring high expertise, having a wide range of skills can also be beneficial in certain situations. And so it says, meaning it suggests that someone who is skilled in many different areas, even if not an expert in one, can still be valuable. And it goes on and on. But I thought that was really interesting, because I do so much, and so do so many entrepreneurs. And sometimes you might feel discouraged for doing another business venture because you don't want to lose credibility, and you don't want to lose that expertise look or feel to what you're doing. But I'm saying that if you start promoting yourself as someone that's a serial entrepreneur and that has knowledge in all of these areas, like for me, real estate and credit, those go hand in hand, hair and drop shipping hand in. So a lot of things that I do, it goes back to the skills and expertise that I have. And so getting on different podcasts and sharing that information and getting out and collabing with other people and other businesses and doing even sponsor reviews, that's helping my visibility get out there. Because if Brittany Bundles does a review for a certain company, and then you type in that company and Brittany Bundles pop up, and you click Brittany Bundles, it's going to bring you to Bad Chick Hair. And if Bad Chick Hair pops up, it's going to bring you to my drop shipping. And if you get drop shipping, it's going to also bring you to possibly some other things that I'm doing. So I am trying to figure out different ways to promote my nonprofit and get that, it's newer. So I'm just trying to still, learn how to scale some of my other newer businesses. But I'm still working on scaling some of my other newer businesses. But the key point is collaborate. That is also going to put you out in the search engine even further and help your business to be recommended, not even just by ChatGPT, but also even by different AI systems out there. So it does say important points to remember, no direct influence. So you cannot directly contact OpenAI, the developers of ChatGPT, to ask them to specifically recommend your business. So OpenAI is who developed ChatGPT, not Google. So this is something that you have to do organically. And it says data-driven recommendations. So ChatGPT generates answers based on its vast data set. So the more prominent your online presence, the higher your chance of being mentioned. And then it says focus on quality. So prioritize creating valuable content and building a strong brand reputation over trying to manipulate the system. So I agree with that. Doing things the honest way and organic way have always got me further. So I hope this video helped, or this podcast / video helped. I just wanted to put that out there. I'm super excited and pleased that ChatGPT is out here referring my business. I'm really pleased with that. And I wanted to share it with you all because I want your businesses to be referred as well. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Since this video is on YouTube now, also be sure to share this episode at least with one person, please. I greatly appreciate it. I want to thank you all for tuning in. If you want to contact me directly or if you'd like to be a guest on the podcast, please email me at btalks@yahoo.com. That's the letter B for Brittany, talks, TALKS, @yahoo.com. Thanks so much for watching. And until next time, I'll talk to you all in the next podcast episode.